ethics, when it was adopted in 1913, really was a game changer for the way that the real estate industry worked as a whole. Now, last week, I spent an entire week in the happiest place on earth. Do you know where I was? Disney World, Orlando, Florida. It's the first time that my husband and I took both of our children anywhere on a plane. We have taken them in the past one at a time. I have taken them by myself. This was our first true family trip. I say family trip because it is not a vacation. Vacations involve sandy beaches, Mai Tais, and there is not Mickey Mouse on vacation. So as we prepare for this family trip, we're at the airport, and I'm Generation X, so nothing truly has happened until you have documented it on Facebook and or Foursquare. So I go onto Facebook and I do my little post at the airport, headed to Walt Disney World with my girls. I hope the rat is prepared. And then I turned off my phone for a week. The only time the iPhone got turned on was to find out how long the wait was for It's a Small World, because we wrote it 12 times. 12 times. So when I get back from my trip, because of a flight delay, I find out that I have just enough time to drive home, grab my bag, turn around, and come back to the airport to come to Michigan. And when I get to the airport, I sit down, and a very nice person at the airport let us know that our flight was going to be delayed for 2 hours. And then she went on to make this announcement about 4 more times, 2 hours each time. So I'm sitting at the airport, and I have this time, so I decide to go to Facebook, and I look at all of the comments that my friends have posted in response to my saying I'm headed to Disney World. And as a result, I find out that a lot of my friends have had the similar opportunity. When they were in college, they did the Disney World Business Program. Are any of you familiar with Disney's business program? You're nodding, did you do it? Are you really? You have an opportunity to go to Disney, and you work there for a certain period of time, and during that time you really learn the secrets of Disney, how Disney does what it does. And each of my friends had a comment on what their takeaway had been, that this is the secret to Disney. And so one of them said that the secret is they will always set your expectations for you as a guest. And then someone else said, no, that is not really the secret. The secret is that when you are a cast member, you are never an employee, you are always a cast member at Disney. When you are a cast member, your role is never to be the star. Your role is to make sure that other cast members shine. And you are to always recognize the skills and talents that your peers bring to the table. And then another one of my friends said, no, that's not the secret. The secret is when you are a guest at Disney, you will never know how much work went into what you just experienced. Nobody will ever tell you how hard it is to make something happen there. Now, I'm reading those comments, and at this point I've turned off my family trip brain, and I'm starting to think about where I'm headed, and I'm reading their comments from their experience. Now, all of those people had gone through the exact same program, the same curriculum, and each of them had walked out with a different view on what made Disney work. And I started thinking that's exactly how we, when we're in this room, walk away from the Code of Ethics, right? How many of you have read the entire Code of Ethics? Tried to? And you'll read that code, and there will be one article, and you're like, that's the article. That's the secret to the Code of Ethics. That's why it works. And the other thing about those 3 secrets and the Code of Ethics is that when we read the code, isn't that what sets us apart? That we want to work well with our peers, we want to set and meet the expectations of our clients, and we never want anyone to know, just how hard it was, because our role is to facilitate so they have a pleasant experience and avoid all that.